Happy summer, YouTube! I've got some questions from you guys right here, and guess what? I'm gonna answer them right now. We've got a question from April from Muskogee, Oklahoma. She says, my best friend got married 2 years ago and I was her maid of honor. I wrote a speech and presented it at her wedding. It was the best and sweetest speech I've ever made and was glad to present it. Kudos to you, that's awesome. I recently got married last month and chose that same best friend as my maid of honor. And the speech that she presented was the exact same speech I said at her wedding. Wait, what? What do I do? Is she a good friend? And should I confront her about it? Wait, hold on a second. So you said the speech, and then the girl said the exact same speech. First of all, that takes real memorization right there because it didn't even come from her heart, it came from yours. But what I will say is this. You gotta take it as a compliment. They actually say that imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Now, two things to consider. One, is she good at writing? Like, some people are just not expressive like that and you can't be mad at them. They have different strengths than you do. What if her strength isn't writing a speech? Maybe that's your strength and she thought you killed it. She clearly thought you killed it so much that she took her time doing her strength, which was memorization. That's her strength. Her strength is memorizing an entire speech. And I think it clearly was a compliment, and I think maybe she was afraid that what she was gonna do wasn't up to par to what you did. And maybe she was like, man, I don't want to screw this up. This is like your wedding day. You never want to mess that up. She's like, if she obviously thought it was amazing enough to say at my wedding, then I want to return the favor and give her that much of that, a great speech, just like she did for mine. So I'm going to recite the same thing. Weird story. My wedding, I read a poem for my sister. It was a book that her and her husband, Jared, loved. It was a children's book called I Like You. And she had me read it at her wedding. Guess what? I had her do the same thing for my wedding because I thought it was so dope. Like, I was like, can you read the exact same poem that I read at your wedding? Clearly she could have been like, stop trying to bite my style, stop trying to copy, but she loves me and she's my sister. And so she's not petty like this. She was like, oh my God, of course. Another thing, I walked down the aisle to the exact same song she did. So I think that when you really love somebody, you're not mad at sharing your things, even if they're your own personal thoughts and speeches. I think in this case, this girl really thought you did an incredible job and she wanted to give you just as much an incredible speech as you did for her. All right, that's it. Keep your questions coming and don't forget to subscribe.